Blake Shelton made the most heartfelt appearance on The Voice final, DETAILS. The cowboy made a small but mighty cameo in the season 25 final, reminiscing about his time as a coach. Welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Blake Shelton made a brief but memorable appearance on The Voice Season 25 final on Tuesday, May 21. The country icon, who served as a coach consistently from Season 1 to Season 23, with no gaps, popped in via video to reminisce about his time on the show. The Voice just finished its 25th season, an occasion that called for a little trip down memory lane. Blake Shelton's small but mighty cameo on The Voice Season 25 final. "My favorite memory has to be that very first season," Shelton said in his appearance. "None of us knew what we were doing, and everybody just had fun with it." Two other OG coaches also appeared remotely to talk about their experience on The Voice. CeeLo Green and Adam Levine. "When I first signed on to The Voice, the initial chemistry with myself, Christina Aguilera, Adam, and Blake, it felt very natural and very warm," Green said. Levine added, "When we all met at NBC, I sat talking to this guy, and afterwards I turned to my manager and said, 'Man, that dude was awesome. Who's that guy?' And he goes, 'Blake Shelton.'" Shelton and Levin had a playful rivalry on the show, which Shelton fondly recapped during his appearance in the Season 25 final. "It really was like watching two brothers try to beat each other up on TV every week," he said. Why Blake Shelton recently wrote a couple letters to Taylor Swift. "Here's to another 25 seasons," Shelton added. If you want to watch Shelton's appearance in the Season 25 final, stream The Voice on NBC and Peacock right now. Blake Shelton's mom looked so happy supporting him and Gwen Stefani at the ACMs. "I've been wrestling with this for a while, and I've decided that it's time for me to step away from The Voice after Season 23. Shelton said in a statement before Season 23 premiered. "This show has changed my life in every way for the better, and it will always feel like home to me. It's been a hell of a ride over these 12 years of chair turns, and I want to thank everyone at The Voice from NBC, every producer, the writers, musicians, crew, and catering people. You are the best." As the studio lights dimmed and the crowd hushed, an air of anticipation blanketed the room. It was a night that promised a plethora of emotions, a fitting culmination of a remarkable season. But more importantly, it was the night that marked the farewell of one of the show's most beloved figures, Blake Shelton. Blake Shelton, the country superstar and charismatic coach, had been a cornerstone of The Voice since its inception. Over the years, he had become synonymous with the show's identity, mentoring countless artists and winning the hearts of millions with his humor, warmth, and undeniable talent. As the cameras panned across the audience, capturing teary-eyed fans and nervous contestants, Blake's presence loomed large, a reminder of the indelible mark he had left on the show. Chapter 1. The Beginning of the End. The finale kicked off with a high-energy group performance, featuring the top contestants and the coaches. The stage, adorned with vibrant lights and elaborate set pieces, buzzed with excitement. Blake, dressed in his signature casual yet stylish ensemble, jeans, boots, and a plaid shirt, stood at the center, guitar in hand, belting out a country anthem. His voice, rich and full of emotion, resonated through the studio, drawing cheers and applause from the audience. As the song reached its climax, the other coaches, Kelly Clarkson, John Legend, and Ariana Grande, joined him on stage, each adding their unique flair to the performance. It was a powerful moment, symbolic of the camaraderie and mutual respect that had defined their time together. The performance ended with a thunderous ovation, setting the tone for the rest of the night. Chapter 2. A Walk Down Memory Lane. The next segment was a nostalgic journey through Blake's tenure on The Voice. A montage of clips played on the giant screens, showcasing some of his most memorable moments. From his hilarious banter with Adam Levine to his heartfelt mentoring sessions with contestants, the footage painted a vivid picture of Blake's journey on the show. Interspersed with these clips were interviews with former contestants, many of whom credited Blake with shaping their careers. One after another, they spoke about his unwavering support, his keen musical insight, and his ability to make them believe in themselves. There were anecdotes of late-night rehearsals, impromptu jam sessions, and countless words of wisdom that had stayed with them long after the show ended. Blake watched these clips from his coach's chair, his eyes glistening with emotion. It was clear that these memories meant as much to him as they did to the contestants. When the montage ended, Blake stood up and addressed the audience, his voice thick with emotion. "I want to thank each and every one of you," he began, his gaze sweeping across the room. "This journey has been nothing short of incredible. To my fellow coaches, the contestants, and the fans, thank you for making these years some of the best of my life." The final performances. The spotlight then shifted to the finalists, each eager to deliver the performance a lifetime. Blake's remaining contestant, a young and talented country singer named Sarah, was among them. Throughout the season, Blake had been a steadfast mentor to Sarah, guiding her through the highs and lows of the competition with his trademark mix of tough love and genuine care. Sarah's performance was a poignant rendition of a classic country ballad, her voice soaring effortlessly through the notes. As she sang, Blake watched intently, his expression a mix of pride and admiration. When she finished, the studio erupted in applause, and Blake was the first to rise to his feet, giving her a standing ovation. "That was amazing, Sarah," he said when it was his turn to speak. "You have a gift, and it's been an honor to watch you grow as an artist. No matter what happens tonight, remember that you have a bright future ahead of you." The other finalists also delivered stellar performances, each one showcasing their unique talents and the fruits of their hard work. The atmosphere was electric, with emotions running high as the audience and judges alike were swept up in the magic of the night. A surprise reunion. Just when it seemed like the night couldn't get any more emotional, the showrunners had one more surprise in store for Blake. A series of familiar faces began to appear on stage. Former contestants who had gone on to achieve great success in their careers. Among them were some of Blake's earliest prodigies, artists who had won the competition under his guidance. They gathered around Blake, each one sharing a brief story or memory from their time on the show. It was a testament to the lasting impact Blake had made on their lives, both personally and professionally. The reunion culminated in a powerful group performance, with Blake joining in for a heartfelt rendition of one of his biggest hits. The performance was a highlight of the evening, blending voices and harmonies in a way that showcased the depth of talent Blake had nurtured over the years. As the last notes faded, the crowd rose to their feet, giving Blake and the reunited artists a standing ovation. The final farewell. As the night drew to a close, it was time for the moment everyone had been dreading, the final farewell. Carson Daly, the show's host, took to the stage, his voice tinged with emotion as he spoke about Blake's contributions to The Voice. "Blake, you've been more than just a coach," Carson said. "You've been a mentor, a friend, and an inspiration to everyone who has had the privilege of working with you. Your presence on this show will be deeply missed." Blake, visibly moved, took the microphone for one last time. He looked out at the audience, taking a moment to gather his thoughts before speaking. "Thank you, Carson, and thank you to everyone who has been a part of this incredible journey," he began. "When I first joined The Voice, I never imagined it would become such a big part of my life. I've had the opportunity to work with so many amazing people and watch so many talented artists grow and succeed. It's been a true honor." He paused, his voice breaking slightly. "I want to thank my fellow coaches, past and present, for their friendship and support. And to the fans, thank you for welcoming me into your homes and hearts for all these years. This isn't goodbye, it's just see you later." The announcement. Just as the audience was beginning to process the emotional farewell, Carson Daly stepped forward with an announcement that took everyone by surprise. "We have one more surprise for you tonight," Carson said, his eyes twinkling with excitement. "Blake may be stepping down as a coach, but this isn't the last we'll see of him on The Voice. Starting next season, Blake will be joining us as a special advisor, working behind the scenes to help shape the next generation of talent." The news was met with a mix of cheers and applause, as the realization sank in that Blake's journey with The Voice wasn't entirely over. Blake, who seemed genuinely taken aback by the announcement, smiled broadly. "Well, I guess you can't get rid of me that easily," he joked, eliciting laughter from the crowd. "I'm excited to take on this new role and continue to be a part of this incredible show." A bittersweet celebration.